The People's Democratic Party (PDP) has officially zoned their 2027 presidential ticket to the south. This decision was confirmed during the party's 101st National Executive Committee (NEC) meeting held in Abuja on Wednesday. Again, the PDP has announced that their national convention will commence in December and it will be held in Ibadan, Oyo State. This decision is strategic, unlike what the PDP did prior to the 2023 presidential election, where it kept the presidential ticket open for everyone from every region to contest. And I think that is the reason why the PDP has been in crisis since the last primaries that was held in 2022. But you need to understand something. When Atiku Abubakar left the PDP announced that they were happy that Atiku Abubakar has left the PDP. And they also said that they are in talk with Mr. Peter Obi to come back to the PDP. So zoning the party ticket to the south is an olive branch to lure Mr. Peter Obi, who the PDP has described as an asset, the 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, back into the PDP fold. And I think the PDP is trying to reposition herself because they know that they are the architect of their problem. Now, one of the major problems of the PDP is the 2023 presidential election. The PDP 2023 presidential election was marred by internal division and strategic miscalculation. Prior to the 2023 primaries, political analysts, party stakeholders, and millions of Nigerians have strongly advised the PDP to zone the presidential ticket to the southeast to reward the region for its unwavering loyalty to the PDP since 1999. The southeast, a PDP stronghold, had consistently delivered votes, yet the region had not produced a PDP presidential candidate. Ignoring this singular advice, the PDP opted to an open primary, which many describe as a dollarized contest where financial muscle overshadowed competence. And of course, the result of that primary was the emergence of Atiku Abubakar, a northern candidate as the PDP flag bearer. Imagine producing a northern candidate to take over from another northerner, late President Muhammadu Buhari, who has just ruled for 8 years. Not just another northerner, but a Muslim northerner, and Atiku Abubakar, a Muslim northerner. Atiku candidacy deepened the party's internal rift, particularly alienating southern leaders like Nyesom Wike, the then governor of Rivers State and now minister of the Federal Capital Territory. Wike's camp, Phyllis on Change, worked against Atiku Abubakar campaign. The fallout left the PDP fractured. It was not just Wike that worked against the PDP. Majority of the Southerners worked against the PDP. They felt betrayed. They felt left out. And that is the reason why PDP lost majority of her southern states. But it seems that the PDP is learning from their debacle in 2023. That is the reason why they have decided to zone the 2027 ticket to the south. And this is a deliberate attempt to address those grievances and rebuild trust that they lost in 2023. The move aligns with Nigerians' unwritten political tradition of rotating power between the north and the south to ensure regional balance. By zoning the ticket to the south, the PDP aims to heal old wounds, consolidate its southern base, and present a united front against the ruling APC. When you look beyond this regional balancing, the zoning decision is a calculated effort to lure Mr. Peter Obi, the Labour Party 2023 presidential candidate, back to the PDP. Peter Obi, a former PDP stalwart and the ex-governor of Anambra State, left the party in 2022 after losing faith in his primaries process. That singular move from Mr. Peter Obi has been described as his best political move in his history, because that move announced him to the nation as one of Nigerians' best politicians, as one of the biggest opposition politicians in Nigeria. Not only did Mr. Peter Obi leave the PDP, he joined the Labour Party, a relatively unknown political party, and he has just 6 months to prepare for an election. Mr. Peter Obi was able to galvanize millions of Nigerians in 6 months to believe in his ideology. The Labour Party was described as a party with no structure, but Mr. Peter Obi was not only to build physical structures, but also build structures in people that went out to sensitize for him, mobilize for him, and use their personal resources to campaign for Mr. Peter Obi. And of course, the result was indescribable. Mr. Peter Obi, who was being dismissed by many political oligarchs in this country, pulled the biggest shock and surprise in the political history of this country. He was allocated 6 million votes, of which everyone knows that Mr. Peter Obi won that election. Imagine winning an election with a relatively unknown political party that has just 6 months to prepare for that election. Imagine galvanizing millions of Nigerians to believe in your ideology without spending so much money on them. I mean, this is unlike what most Nigerian politicians do. They spend billions to get the vote and support of the people. Mr. Peter Obi did not only resurrect the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi made the Labour Party a formidable force in Nigerian politics. After Atiku Abubakar left the PDP Deputy Publicity Secretary came on air and said they were happy that Atiku Abubakar left the PDP. And he said that they are in talk to bring Mr. Peter Obi back to the PDP. He described Mr. Peter Obi as an asset, that every political party in Nigeria will be happy to have Mr. Peter Obi in their fold. The PDP understand that Mr. Peter Obi so far has not made up his mind where he's going to contest for. Of course, he has shown his allegiance to the ADC-led coalition. He has said that he's supporting the ADC. But while also supporting the ADC, Mr. Peter Obi is actively involved in the working of the Labour Party. Now, the PDP believe that they can price Mr. Peter Obi away from the ADC and the Labour Party. They believe that zoning their party ticket to the south will accord Mr. Peter Obi an opportunity to emerge as the presidential candidate. They are not just going to give their party ticket to any southerner. They will give their party ticket to the person they believe can win an election for them. And like I said, Mr. Peter Obi during the last election was allocated 6 million votes. There is no politician in the whole of the South that has the support base, that has the nationwide appeal, that has the clout, that has the numbers, a 6 million block vote like Mr. Peter Obi. There is no politician, not even in Nyesom Wike, and there is no politician in the whole of South that can generate that number of votes for any political party. Only Mr. Peter Obi can do that. Therefore, zoning the party ticket to the south, particularly to the southeast in mind, is a strategic move to appeal to Peter Obi and his supporters. Mr. Peter Obi, when he announced his interest in the coalition, the obedience movement, the supporters of Mr. Peter Obi, made it clearly that their support and vote to Mr. Peter Obi is non-transferable. It means that if the ADC fails to give Mr. Peter Obi the presidential ticket, the obedience movement, the biggest movement in Nigeria and Africa, will transfer their vote to Mr. Peter Obi's new party. It means that anywhere Mr. Peter Obi goes, that is where the obedience movement will support. If Mr. Peter Obi remains in the Labour Party, they will support Mr. Peter Obi. If Mr. Peter Obi moves to the PDP, they will support Mr. Peter Obi. So the PDP is not just describing Mr. Peter Obi as a political asset that every political party will like to have. They are also making a strategic calculation by ensuring that they do everything possible to have Mr. Peter Obi as their presidential candidate. In doing so, they have a sure 6 million block vote from the obedient movement. We are talking about the one that was announced by INEC. We all know that Mr. Peter Obi got more than 6 million block vote in the last election. Aside being strategic, the PDP has already played a checkmate to the ADC. This is what Nigerians, millions of Nigerians, have been asking the ADC to do ever since that coalition was announced. You said you want to take power away from the APC. You want to displace Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and you have the biggest opposition politician in your fold, but you are still dribbling, you are still delaying to make a strategic announcement. And what is that strategic announcement? Zone the presidential ticket to the south. And now the PDP that so many Nigerians have written off have double-crossed you to announce that they are zoning their presidential ticket to the south. Of course, as it stands now, the PDP is ahead of the ADC in terms of getting support from Nigerians. Nigerians will choose to support the PDP rather than the ADC if the ADC presents a northern candidate and the PDP presents a southern candidate. But it makes absolutely no sense to even present a northern candidate. President Muhammadu Buhari ruled for 8 years uninterruptedly. Now it is a turn of the south. You want to take power away from a southerner, then you must allow a southerner to clinch that power. And Mr. Peter Obi has even made it easier. Give me the presidential ticket, and when I win, I'm going to rule for just 4 years. Not just because I'm a southerner, but because I am competent, I am more credible, and have the numbers to deliver that ticket. There is nobody in that ADC coalition that has the numbers like Mr. Peter Obi. There is no person in that coalition that can galvanize millions of votes like Mr. Peter Obi. So why is the ADC even delaying to make that strategic announcement? Aside that, majority of the people in the ADC that are clamoring to take power away from the APC were all members of the APC. They were part and parcel of those that formed the APC. They were integral members to those that unleash hardship, pain, penury upon Nigerians. So how come they want to solve a problem they created? How come they want to take power away from the party they created? Nigerians will not trust that ADC coalition if they present the same people that were instrumental in the formation of the APC. And when I'm talking about these people, I know your mind will be going towards Atiku Abubakar. I am not just talking about Atiku Abubakar, but first of all, Atiku Abubakar was a major financier of the APC. He was not just a major financier, he was also responsible for pulling out the northern political figures of the PDP to the APC. Atiku Abubakar created the APC. Atiku Abubakar ensured President Muhammadu Buhari became the president. Atiku Abubakar helped to bring this problem we are facing in Nigeria today. Rotimi Amechi was another major financier of the APC, and he was a minister under late President Muhammadu Buhari for 8 years, Minister of Transportation. What exactly did he achieve? What new idea does Rotimi Amechi have to offer Nigerians that he didn't offer while he was a Minister of Transportation under late President Muhammadu Buhari? Why didn't he give it to President Muhammadu Buhari? You have Rauf Aregbesola, who was a Minister of Interior. Under his administration as Minister of Interior, Nigerians were queuing to have ordinary visas. It will take months for them to get their visa. You have Abubakar Malami, the Chief Justice of the Federation. That was a bigot. That man was a bigot. What exactly are they going to do differently? What exactly do they have to offer Nigerians? They have absolutely nothing. They just want to grab power. And Nigerians are aware. Nigerians are watching them. Why can't ADC save this imminent collapse of this ADC by zoning the party ticket to the south? Of course, we know that if they zone the party ticket to the south, the only credible candidate in the south right now is Mr. Peter Obi. Save the imminent collapse of the ADC by handing the presidential ticket to Mr. Peter Obi. The PDP that Mr. Peter Obi has not shown any allegiance to has done what the ADC is expected to do. And until the ADC do the right thing, the ADC will continue going round the circle. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.